Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing? So, check it out. We're only... let's see here. A couple hours away? Yeah, only a couple hours away from having us 24 brand new chickens. Pretty cool, eh? I think that's slick. Huh, right on. Good job, girls. And I picked up the eggs last night, so I don't expect there'll be many here. Well, good. So we know our chickens are doing well. And now that we know how to get in and feed them, it should be a little bit easier. So let's head down to the main farm. My apologies if my last episode that I just put up is a little bit moany and complainy, but I was just not in a great mood. And as we saw, never play when you're not in a good mood, because your potatoes will hold it against you. So, oh goodness, we get into the big flow of traffic here. Everybody heading in this morning, are they? Wow, I must be heading off late to work. There's not usually a traffic jam. Look at this. Holy. The morning commute. I should be playing Euro Truck. There we go. Okay. Probably a good thing, actually, that I got such a crummy potato harvester. I'd have to find somewhere else to park my truck when I came to work. Trying not to drive on them. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. And we are here. There's our cows. How's our silage doing? Let's have a look here. 45%. Hey, almost halfway there, and then we can start adding silage. I'm not sure. Let's have a look here. See how everybody's doing. Ooh, we have 54 eggs on us. Holy smokes. Oh, a couple dozen of those will go to refill. So 20 cows, no production, eh? Grass is down to 872. Water is down to nothing. So, I'm thinking we better do some watering. And that's what I'm thinking. Seem to be a little shy on tractors. Well, we have one. That's pretty much all you ever need at one time. So... oh. Do you not see the big pole right in front of your face? Apparently not. Alrighty then. And we're off to a whaling start. I'm thinking this, although I'm going to need this water trailer for getting into some of the smaller spaces, I'm thinking that it's probably not going to be the most practical thing for much longer. Now, just because I think we can pretty much empty it into any of our facilities in one go and still need to go back for more. However, due to our tight spaces, I also figure Yeah, it wasn't very much water. That isn't going to last them. I also figure that for things like the pig shed, rather than making 5 trips down to the river or the water tower or wherever we decide to get our water, well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just have a bigger tank and wander through. So, where we are at the moment, I have planted barley on the field that we took the corn off of. And, well, I'll back this down to the river and get her filled, and then we'll go and have a look at the field the potatoes were on. Oopsie. So, I was told filling up at the river is free, but I don't know. It would kind of surprise me, to be honest with you, because most maps, no matter where you get the water, she ain't free. But if it is, ooh, goody. Because we can end up spending an awful lot of money on maps, or maps water. Oh, stop rolling backwards. Stop. Ooh. That was close. Nope, I guess we're not, let's try that. There we go. Yeah, that ain't free. 600, 500, 400. I don't know. It looks like that might be going down a little slower. No, not really. Okay, there's $600 worth of water. And 700. No, we're still looking at well over $1,000 to fill up our water tank. Ew. And like I say, it doesn't last. Oh my. Okay, there we go. All 6,100 liters. Yikes. Now, let's just have a little stop here. So here's what a normal cultivated field looks like. Oh, I sold the, the heck's the name of that thing? That Fendt, the big Fendt tractor, and bought our baling equipment back. I kind of like baling, so seeing as I have been assured and have even had a video made to show me that you can blow straw into the cow barn, I think that little device will come in handy. I kind of prefer that. I mean, we're going to be using the front end loader to do a dozen other things. So, after, this has been completely cultivated, but nothing else. And as you can see, it left the field a little bit weird. This is where we had our potatoes, which I had an issue with because we couldn't see from between where there was potatoes and where there was not once I'd topped them. So I got them all off the field, or as many as we could. We only ended up with 14,000, which, I don't know. This is a pretty small field, maybe that was about right. And I know I missed some, because like I said, I couldn't see them. But I find it really odd that after cultivating the field, it came out all streaky and stripy like this. Weird. I also had to get rid of that little Amazon cedar. What I found out was that even going down to as small as that little Lambo front-end loader tractor we have, when you lowered the cedar to the ground and turned it on, it was hovering a good 6 inches above the ground, and it would only actually touch every 15-20 feet on the field. Like I said, I tried it with 3 different tractors and got the same result. It seems as soon as the seed gets under about 25%, the rig is too light and doesn't touch the ground. So I figure that thing weighs about 8 times as much as the other cedar we had. And it's still compact enough we can get it through the gates. So there we go. We now have a new cedar. Alrighty, well, let's, without further ado, get up the hill. go, Mr. Deer. Like I said, the cows are getting low on grass as well. But very soon we'll be able to add silage to their diet. And then once I do a little work with the loader and get that mixing station all filled up nice, we should be able to get them up to full speed, which is going to be nice because milk is a pretty good commodity around here. There we go. I'm having such an issue turning around, I don't know why. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Probably because I'm really having trouble driving lately. I don't know. Alrighty, cows, let's get you watered. Let's get you watered. I have a feeling they'll probably take pretty much everything we have in this trailer. 12, 13, 14, 15, sucking it back. Oh yeah, come check it out. See? Does that make you happy? Silly cows. Maybe a little bit slow to unload, eh? Yeah, come on girls, we got water. Where you going? Hey. Ooh, you going in to have a milk? Are you? Alright, where are you? There you are. Yeah. Oh, just going in to have a little straw, are we? Alrighty. Okay, that seems to have stopped, so... Did it leave us any? No. That's why it stopped. Okay, that should do enough for the cows. To say we will have to get some grass in there as well, because they're almost out. And then... Oh, man. Oh, no, okay, they're still good on straw. I was reading the milk, I thought they only had 300-something straw left. I'm thinking that's just no good. Man, this thing just has no turning radius today. There we go. So that's about all I can do for the cows for the moment. Oh, well. I know the pigs need water as well, so... I should probably keep that in mind. I was thinking that I was going to maybe just end up putting grass on that field that came out looking weird, but I don't know. The that new seeder we have is a seed drill, so it should churn up the ground a little more while it's planting, and then we may... Boy, this thing just rolls backwards all on its own, don't it? Whoa, come to a stop, please. Thank you. So that may fix our little issue. It's probably just a graphical thing anyway. I don't think it's actually going to affect how we put crops down. And another $1,000 worth of water. Oh man. I think it's pretty much on a par with fuel in this game. Might be cheaper. Hey, can I feed gasoline to my cows and pigs? Probably not a good idea. Although it'd be an awful innovative way to have a barbecue, wouldn't it? Alrighty. So you are going to be finding your way up to the piggy farm. But first... Not bad for an old guy, eh? Can still hurdle over a 4-foot bale. Yeah, only my dreams. Alright. Mr. Fast Track and Mr. Horse Seeder. See, we're down 35% in this seeder now. lower this guy, he actually sets down nice. Good. So, let's turn her on. Hit the key. Oh, you can still see that even through the seating. Huh. Oh well. That's strange, yeah. So even after seating, you can still see. It almost looks like it left part of the slurry that we threw down. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not bright enough to figure these things out. But I don't think we're going to be planting potatoes again. At least not if this is the sort of result we're going to get. I don't think that's going to behoove us to do that. I don't know. Maybe we'll try sugar beets next time around. It's kind of a drag because it's an expensive proposition. You know, whether you're going sugar beets or potatoes, they either require one extremely expensive piece of gear plus a specialized seeder, or they require two slightly less expensive, well, considerably, I guess, less expensive pieces of gear and a special seeder. So, I think about 100 grand is the cheapest you can get into potatoes. About the same for sugar beets, so. And of course, selling equipment does not get you. See, this guy I'm having an issue too, in so much as he's not touching all the parts of the field. So, I don't know. Yeah. No, it's just not gonna. There we go, we managed to kind of smear it together. So, but actually it wasn't even this field I was having the issue with. It was the other one. I said it wouldn't touch anywhere. And it was high enough above you could actually see air under the entire cedar, so I'm not sure why that is. I have used both of these cedars on the Hagenstad MR Ready map. As my Let's Plays of the first go at MR showed. Yeah, this looks like crap, to be honest with you guys. Seriously, you know? It truly does. Wow. Not impressed. And again, this is a huge chunk. Huh. Oh well. Don't think there's much we can do about it. I'm not going to buy yet another cedar. I mean, I could buy one of the drag behind ones, but then we're talking one, really hard to move around the yard or anywhere else on this map as far as that goes. You know, we don't want anything too big because there just isn't the room or the fields to justify it. So, I don't know. I just don't know, guys. I'm sure a lot of this just will work itself out. Well, I'm going to try planting this crop, but I think we're going to have to let this field rest for a while. I don't like that at all, you know? And I really didn't think that after cultivating it and then reseeding that it was still going to look like a radioactive fallout zone or whatever the heck we got going on here. But it ain't right. That's for sure. And I assure you guys, I didn't come by and spray slurry or anything else on it to make it look like that. I guess it kind of looks like it just randomly sprayed fertilizer all over the place, doesn't it? No, I don't have it turned on. Quit whining. So I don't know. Like I said, I will seed the rest of this as best as we're able anyway. Of course, as the seeder gets lighter, we're going to end up skipping even more spots. See? Another big spot there. Hooray. God darn it. No, she's just not going to touch. Well, that's lovely. That's just lovely. I think we might as well just write this field off. Can't seed it. Can't make it look any better than it is. Oh well. Whatever. Finish the job and see what happens. I don't know if I want to. I think I'm just going to use what's in the chemical sprayer for this one. I'm not going to waste our little bit of slurry or solid manure that we have. Just because, I don't know. Kind of have not much faith that this is going to be a very productive field. I think we're just going to grass it over after this run. So, I didn't really want to dump the barley that's in the seeder and get 85% of the money that I spent for it. So I figured we might as well just get her down and get her done. Not very good if your seeders won't touch the goddamn ground. And like I said, this is the second one. The other one, I just nowhere it would touch. I went the entire length of that field, a couple of different places. No, I think on one spot it hit about a 2-foot patch. That was it for the entire row. So I figured a little bit heavier seeder would do us some good. Apparently this ain't heavy enough. Yeah. As you can see, I'm not running any front weight on this tractor, so there's no way that I can reduce it or lower it further. I know there are a few tractors that do actually allow you to completely adjust your rear hitch, but we don't happen to own any of them. I don't know that any of them are in MR format. I think one of the New Hollands will, but by the same token, you can't really use it for seeding because it will destroy any crop it runs over, so yeah. That's that whole, and I really don't know, as I've said before, what makes mod authors think that's a good idea. You know? Putting wheels on your tractor that'll crush your crops. I mean, whether you would realistically crush crops and kill them by driving over them or not, well, it kind of sucks adding it to the game. Because I'm pretty sure, too, that if your tires were going to crush your crops and destroy them, it would only be where your tires were. Whereas this whole crush tire or crush crop mod for tires seems to pretty much clear a 4-foot swath around your entire tractor. So that's where it starts to really lose the so-called realism of it. Okay, well, horrible as it is, we're almost done. And I will try and I imagine we could find an angle that'll get the seeder low enough to chunk up those last couple little bits that we missed. So we'll definitely try that. I've always kind of wondered why you end up paying for water that comes out of a river or a creek. You know what? I mean, seriously. You know? I can understand if you're getting it out of a water tower or some system like that, because having lived on a property where the well, or where the water was supplied by a well, we became very conscious of what we used for water. Not because we were afraid the well would run out. The water table we were sitting on was hundreds of miles across, and very few people lived in that area. But because you had to activate a pump. And the pumps in those wells, the big jet pumps as they call them, boy are they expensive to run. You know, they're not little tiny things, they're great big bloody pumps. So you basically, every time you turned on the water, you were turning on your electricity. And as we all know, well, at least those of us on the BC Hydro grid know, our power is not cheap. So, and usually running the well was just enough to kick you into that higher tiered power bracket where you paid the top dollars for your energy instead of the lower rates. So that wasn't such a great thing. So yeah, I can understand when we go to the water tower or some other water spot on a map that you end up paying for it because there is an involved cost. Whereas backing your vehicle into a river, I don't know. Other than the inherent risk of driving off the edge and having to pay to get your vehicle towed out, I don't really see why it would be an expensive proposition. But said I also, I think I've had one map. They actually kind of advertised that as one of the features. There was what they called a stagnant body of water that you could get your water out of for free. Anywhere else, I mean, like there was a creek or a river, whatever, ran the length of the map, but if you got water out of there, it cost you money. So, whereas this one sort of pond thing near your farm, if you backed your tractor into there, it was free. So, not sure how they did that, but that was kind of cool. There we go, we got the little spots filled in just by taking a different angle of attack, so. It is seeded. I need to do some spraying down here. Both of these fields need done. So, and who knows, maybe eventually that field will come back up to its purdy self. So what are we down to? 27%. So I had 50% in the seeder. Why am I still getting that you're going too fast thing? Or was that something else that flashed? I didn't really catch it. But I'm pretty sure with the seeder off and above the ground, we shouldn't be getting that. I'll park in front of this one. Oh, I didn't see that there. Darn, there's a tractor way parked in that corner. I did not see that. Wow. Oops. Not a lot of room for this back here. Yeah. Oh, good. It's still, I think it's still snouty side out, so we might be able to actually grab it out of that corner. Let's have a look. Because that was kind of a silly place to leave it. Oh. You sucked me right up the wall. Alright. There we go. So, I know we gotta haul that other water trailer to the piggies, but what I want to do here is... I'm lost. Hopefully by next episode that'll be clear and we'll get a chance to try out that new conveyor. I'm not all that concerned with whether it does work or not, to be honest with you. Alright, today we get to go play with our steaming pile. Even if the cows didn't give us too much. I'm sure there's more to be had in the piggies. Very yummy. That's a good sized little spreader, so we should get good results with it. Don't think we've got all that much in here, to be honest with you. Let's see. Oh, 100%. I think we'll leave that little tiny bit for the next time. Excuse me. There we go. Drop her in. Alright. Like I said, I do believe we can probably grab a pretty good forkful out of the piggy pen. So let's take a little quick zip up there. I'll leave that little bit in the cow pen. Maybe it'll inspire them to add to it. You know, like leaving a couple of dimes in the bottom of the tip jar, I think. Alright, oh yeah. I'd say they've actually got a fair bit for us. Seeing as we've already filled that once. Wow, that didn't take long, and it didn't take a very far push into the pen. So, I don't think we're going to have much trouble getting this thing filled up. Cool. Very good. Nice. Doesn't look like we actually need that much more to fill that up. That is the biggest, well, there might be a mod out there with a bigger one, but that's the biggest stock spreader that there is, so. Alright, piggies. We're here to clean up your messes. Oh, let's see what's going on here. We're a little bit stuckage. And fill her up. Wow. There's a fair bit in this little piggy pen. Holy smokes. Our dung grabber's doing a major grabbing today. What are you doing, sheepage? Hanging your little brown face over the side, looking at what we're up to. Cool. Alright. Well, I'm thinking that's gotta be pretty close to full, so... about... let me take this guy and put him in a little safer spot. That's ready to take down to the fields and give our first spread, so perfect. And then I will bring the water truck up the hill, and water truck, water trailer up the hill, and give the piggies and the sheeps some water. That should make them a little happier. Alright, there you go, dude. Thank you. So, let's go grab our tractor, grab that trailer, and go fling some. Fling some. There you are, dude. Come with me. You got your back window closed? Good. It may not seem important to you now, but it will. Alright. So like I said, I'm going to spread this on the bigger of the two fields. I think that small one that's kind of messed up. Of course, I've already forgotten where I was going. I think that small one that's kind of messed up, we're going to, like I said, try and use what's left in our chemical fertilizer. And once that is empty, we will probably sell it. I think we'll be able to produce enough liquid and or solid matter to deal with our fields on our own. So 93%, well there you go, it'd come pretty close to full. What are we doing now? Why are we hung up? Oh, come off it. There we go. Definite lack of storage, I'll tell you. Seems like anywhere I leave something, it's not a good place for it. That's alright. You get to be thrifty and smart. And being cheap and only half smart ain't the same thing. Okay. Well, as usual, this JCB seems to do the job well. This has got to be a pretty heavy trailer. I think it holds as much or more than our actual crop trailer does. Now, I'm not sure how big a stream it has, though. Come on, drive. Whew, pretty good, actually, not bad. I'm really thinking the speed restrictions might be a little bit overly limiting here for some reason. You know, I'm pretty sure I could go quicker than this and put slurry out. I mean, you don't want to go too slow because the stuff doesn't last worth a damn. I may not even get this whole field out of one tank, so... But that's par for the course. I mean, it's, I think one of the reasons people tend to, in this game, lean towards the sprayers and pellet spreaders is just because it is so much to try and get enough of this into play to actually be useful. And we're down to half. Well, that's pretty neat. I just don't seem to be able to back anything up anymore. I don't know what it is. Well, I do, but I just don't want to say. The shape of these fields, it's really hard to do the continuous loop thing. And there really isn't that much space for turning around at the ends, so. And then there's the fact that I'm just not capable of driving, so. Between all of those things, it makes it look pretty awkward, doesn't it? Yes, indeed. So I'm glad to be back doing another episode on this map. I wasn't sure if maybe we were done with it, but I'm not going to say any more about that, other than, like I said, yeah, I'm glad that we can be here doing this map. And we're almost going to be done doing this here in a sec, because we're almost out. Come on. God. Painfully slow. Looks like we got some fog setting in here. Oh, maybe that's the start of the rain. Gotta get the rest of this laid down. And it's not gonna get to the end. Oh, well. That's it. We're out. Damn it. Alright, well, I will refill this. I'm going to finish off this field. And, like I say, haul the water tank up to the piggies. I'm going to spray the other field with the chemical fertilizer. And call her good. So, hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. This has been Species 7. Take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.